In the shadow of the Carpathian Mountains, a ruthless prince rose to power, Vlad III of Wallachia, known to history as Vlad the Impaler. Feared by enemies and loved by his people, he waged war against the mighty Ottoman Empire with unmatched brutality. His signature method of punishment was impalement, a gruesome warning that lined the roads with thousands of bodies. To his foes, he was a monster. To his homeland, a defender who stood unbroken against invasion. His legacy would echo through centuries, inspiring the legend of Dracula, the immortal vampire born from real terror. Hector, Prince of Troy, was the city's greatest defender. Unlike Achilles, he did not fight for glory, but for duty, family, and country. Brave and noble, he faced the mightiest warriors of Greece, standing as Troy's shield. Yet destiny brought him face to face with Achilles. Though he fought with unmatched courage, Hector fell, and with him, the hopes of Troy. His honor, however, lives on. The warrior who chose loyalty over life. Born of a mortal king and a sea goddess, Achilles was destined for greatness. Dipped into the river Styx as a child, his body became invincible, except for his heel. As a warrior of unmatched strength, he led the Greeks in the Trojan War, striking fear into his enemies. But pride and rage shaped his fate, and in the end, a single arrow found his only weakness. Achilles became immortal not through invulnerability, but through legend. Hector! In the glittering halls of Renaissance Rome, Pope Leo X, born Giovanni de' Medici, lived more like a prince than a priest. He threw lavish banquets, hunted exotic animals, and poured gold into art and pleasure. To pay for his extravagance, he turned salvation into a business, selling indulgences, sins forgiven for a price. But the scandal backfired. In 1517, Martin Luther thundered against the corruption, sparking the Protestant Reformation. Leo X became infamous not just as a patron of Raphael and Michelangelo, but as the pope whose greed split Christianity in two. In Renaissance Italy, Galileo Galilei looked up at the heavens and dared to challenge centuries of belief. With his telescope, he discovered moons orbiting Jupiter, proving that Earth was not the center of the universe. His ideas shook the foundations of the church, landing him in trial for heresy. Yet under house arrest, he whispered his defiance, and yet it moves. Galileo's courage and vision forever changed how humanity saw the cosmos. Scotland, 13th century. The land groaned under English rule. Then rose William Wallace, an outlaw turned legend. With nothing but a broadsword and burning defiance, he led farmers and villagers into battle. At Stirling Bridge, his ragtag force crushed the mighty English army. Wallace became the heartbeat of Scottish freedom, but betrayal cut deep. Captured, tried for treason, and brutally executed in London. Yet his cry for liberty outlived him. Wallace did not just die. He became Scotland's eternal battle cry. Freedom! From the harsh steppes of Mongolia rose a boy named Temujin, born into hardship after his father's death. Abandoned and betrayed, he clawed his way back with pure grit and vision. He united the warring Mongol tribes, transforming them into the most unstoppable cavalry the world had ever seen. Renaming himself Genghis Khan, universal ruler, he carved out the largest land empire in history. Ruthless yet strategic, he broke empires, opened trade routes, and rewrote the fate of nations. His name still thunders across time as the man who turned nomads into conquerors. If you love epic stories of history and mystery, hit the subscribe button. There's so much more you can watch like this one.